Hey there, Bloomers and friends. Rev Kev coming to you from our remodeled conference area here in the Bloom office. And you will see behind me the big screen that we have that is the source that we are able to use when we have hybrid meetings, which means both in person and online. Through the use of Zoom, we can have meetings where people are sitting around this table I'm at here, as well as on the screen with Zoom, and everybody's in the room. We are planning to offer in the future that meetings that are held here, well, that's the way it happens right now. Bible Bites happens that way, and the Monday Night Book Group when they met here, when they did, and other kinds of ministry group, church growth and new member involvement met here, and that's what they did. And it means that we can include people who are away or not able to come to the office that particular night, and we can all be together and continue to be working as a community as we are continuing to build our congregation based upon our values, our vision, our mission, and doing what we can. It also means that when people are away, if they want to, they can sign in using a Zoom link and be with us here in the room. I do believe that we're planning for the Ash Wednesday service to have that be a hybrid service here in the office, as well as folks attending at home or on the road in some way, and so looking forward to that. We're going to have to figure that out. First time for everything. We're doing a lot of that these days. First time for everything, and so we are continually having to, as the phrase goes, experience, monitor, and adjust. Or as I grew up not grew up, but the education I had in seminary was all about action, reflection, and that's what we do on a continuous basis, because so much of what we do now is not according to a standard formula. We have to figure it out as we go along, and it has to be, bloom right, so to speak, work right for us. And if it doesn't work right the first time, we try again. And that's been our history. So what you see behind me is the new graphic for Spring Up for Bloom, which is the alternative approach to Spring Fling this year, as we came to the place that due to the Omicron variant and the fact that City of Palm Springs buildings were closed, they have just reopened, but it's still a tenuous kind of thing, and we came to the point where, as I understand it, the committee was going to have to start entering into some contracts, and with down payments that weren't refundable, that sort of thing, and we just couldn't take that risk, depending upon how the whole COVID thing still worked out. So we are doing this alternative, which is a all-day, on-demand, online event on March 11th, as you see there. And we are basically going to put a digital wrapping over our website, and that website at bloominthedesert.org is going to be dedicated to Spring Up for Bloom. And it's going to have information about Bloom there. It's going to have the videos that we recorded last week with the Compassion Appreciation Award awardees, as well as our 8th Annual Community Justice Award awardee. So those will be unveiled on that day, and you can go to the website and see those, as well as get some information about Bloom. And you can make a donation. We're asking that people might consider doing what they would if they were going to purchase a reservation or buy a ticket for the actual Spring Fling, which was going to be at $80. But there are giving levels of $20, $50, $80. And then we have some commitments by Bloom members to match donations of $100. And I think we have 15 of those commitments right now. I'm just giving, more information is going to come out in Bloom Notes. I'm giving the highlights. And we're working on that information, and we've had to adjust, pivot, and we have been doing that. Pivot for Promise is the catchphrase that John DiNapoli came up with, that we are doing in order to say we promised we would have an event, we promise we will celebrate Bloom, we promise we will honor people who are doing wonderful things for justice and for compassion. And so therefore, we also, we set up this, they came up and set up this Spring Up for Bloom event on March 11th, all day, online, on demand. It's not an event, not a Zoom event, it's just you go, check it out, see what there's available there, and hopefully, many people will make donations on that particular day. In effect, it's a day of giving for Bloom on March 11th. So there will be more information coming about that. These are remember that this fundraiser every year is essential for the ongoing vitality of Bloom, as it enables us by contributing to the Spring Fling designated fund. It helps to pay for rent and aspects that are associated with our regular Sunday morning worship services, as far as rent and setup and takedown staff, and it contributes to that in addition to what our budget does. So it's something that contributes on a monthly basis to our budget, as we are doing what we can to be financially strong throughout the year, and know that in these days people have to be creative with the ways that we handle those kind of things. So we're very grateful for all who have contributed so far. Producers have raised in around $18,000-$19,000 thus far, and we are you can watch to see what the goals are for the rest of the time. So thank you all. We hope that you will plan on March 11th, sometime between 6 a.m. and 11:45 p.m. to visit the bloominthedesert.org website and Spring Up for Bloom. We'll be together on Sunday morning and look forward to that. The choir at Bloom Tones is singing, have some special musical presentations, special spoken presentations, and we look forward to that as it comes along. If you can't be with us in person, know that you can be with us on Facebook Live. And if you can't do either of those, please be with us in spirit. And as always, please keep us in your prayers.